What is up, everyone? Welcome back or to the Hardcore Fab channel. Today I've got something kind of unique for you guys. I know you're thinking square body Chevy, that's not that unique, right? Well, hold on one second before you start throwing judgment, because this one actually is kind of unique, and I'll show you why here in just a second. And don't worry, I'm not stopping doing any work on rat rods and things like that if that's why you're here. And if you're not here for that, I'll throw you a link up here above. You guys can go check out some of that stuff too, because that's actually pretty cool as well. So, all right, now back to why this thing is unique. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you. So right off the bat, this thing is a 1-ton four-wheel drive. That's not the most unique thing out there, but it's definitely kind of cool. And this thing is in awesome shape. The reason why it's in awesome shape is because this truck only has 18,000 original miles on it. Yes, truly vetted, 100% 18,000 legit miles on it. The reason why it's only got 18,000 miles on it is because it spent its whole life as a fire truck up until just here recently. And actually, if I get here just in the right light, you guys can kind of see that there is still kind of a fire truck logo on the door. Anyways, I'll kind of see if I can't zoom in on that a little better here in a second. But right off the bat, 18,000 original miles. That's pretty awesome. You can see that there is no rust in this thing at all. I haven't been able to find a single speck of rust anywhere. Even the few little spots on this thing, like here where you get in and out of the door and people have rubbed the paint off, there's not any rust on that. It's just clean bare metal. Because I believe this thing has probably been inside its whole life, more than likely. So it's probably never really been in too much rain or anything like that. A spot here on the door where they always get rusty and everything, there's some dirt on there, but it's not rusty. All along the whole bottom of the door is that way. The light's kind of crappy, I can't really show you real good, but all of the seams. Now granted, this thing is still a little bit dirty because it's a fresh pick. I haven't cleaned it up, painted it, or detailed it, or anything. The edge of the seat is not even tore up. Look at that. Does have a rubber mat in it, and there is one spot right here on the rubber mat, right here, about the size of my hand. But that's it. The rest of the interior is in really good shape. Door panels are in really good shape. Get the phone to focus there. Windshield's not broke. That's almost unheard of on a square body. Let me pop the hood and show you guys that. Oh yeah, here. Get you in on that. I zeroed out the little trip meter down there just to see how many miles I threw on this thing before I actually got rid of it. This is also kind of cool too. Some reason or another they had a sticker on the dash, so in 18 it had 17,000 miles on it, so they put about 1,000 miles on it from 1/18 to, well, let's see, what is this, November of 2020. Of course, it's got the work truck style grill in there. This is an 89 model, which 89 is a cool year because it's also fuel injected. So having a square body with fuel injection is kind of a little bit of a rarity. They only did that from 87 up. And it's also got Hydro Boost, so it's going to have better brakes and all that compared to a lot of them. Look how clean that motor is. That motor is really clean. Everything in here on the frame and all that stuff is really clean. Still has the sticker on the fender to tell you how to use the jack. Still has the jack in here. Little logo there on the air cleaner. Talk about catalytic converter and stuff like that on there. It does still even have the catalytic converter on it, which you would think on a fire truck they would cut that off because catalytic converters actually start fires out here in Kansas in the fields and stuff like that. But they have not. It is there. So really a pretty cool truck. There is a few spots on it, like right here where they might have drove through a fence or something like that. And if we look on the door there's a few little paint issues like this right here, and some little scratches and stuff there along the edges of the door and things like that. Here's a better spot where you can kind of make out the whole fire logo on the side of it there. Maybe here. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. there's one more little spot. I'm not sure how they got those spots on there. Walk around and show you the other side too. So what's my plans with this thing? Well, I think I am going to give it a fresh coat of paint. It's going to be very little body work to do. There is a dent right here too. This looks like maybe they went through a barbed wire fence or something maybe with it. It's kind of hard to tell. And there is a couple dents in this door. There's a little spot through there, and then there's a line, maybe that same barbed wire fence or something like that along there. There again, no rust in the cab. Super, super crazy clean truck. We're looking at a Dana 60 in the front, 350 motor, of course, with the fuel injection, a 400 trans behind that, and a 205 transfer case, and a 14-bolt rear end. In my opinion, that's everything that a guy would ever want, so I don't think you can ask for anything better than that. I personally have never seen a square body Chevy with this low miles, so that's why I thought it was cool. And yeah, my plan is to throw some paint on it and throw a flatbed on it and put it up for sale. I just wanted to get you guys a before shot of this thing so you could see exactly how clean this thing was before I got started. I'll also give you guys a quick startup of this thing. Motor sounds excellent in there. Oh, and check this out. We've got a square body Chevy with no play in the door hinge. That's pretty awesome too. There you go. That boy is running. It's got a pretty quiet exhaust on there. It does look like at some point they did change the muffler on it, and kind of a little bit of a crappy weld on that. But hey, I think if some crappy welds on the muffler is all I've got to bitch about, then we're doing pretty good. So I think I'm going to take this thing back to the shop and get this project knocked out real quick. I'm not going to take the time to do a complete in-depth video of the build of this thing, but I will give you a few shots along the way, and I'll show you what this thing's going to look like in the end.